Welcome back to My Sims 2 Alien Challenge Edition. Right now we have Kale. He is Kale, right? Yeah, I have two main names. He's doing his thing. A couple things to talk about. The first is I have made a trying to figure out how best to put this. I made a preliminary schedule. There are a couple things that will be going up, like Thursday we'll have 2 videos, Friday we'll have 2 videos, and Saturday we'll have 2 videos. So far that's going to work. If anything about my schedule changes, I'll have to kind of move that around, put them on different days, but I think that's the best way to handle it, is kind of keep what would be my weekend where a couple extra videos come up, and I'll try to keep a few hours between those videos. So, yeah. So that way one video can get a couple views, and I'll be putting the schedule on my About page. After basically putting a video up, my first video of today up. I managed to keep him in a pretty good mood, so we may be able to get him some rewards. But right now I'm trying to get him as much money in as possible before the first child comes. That way he has money to get like a kitchen table, to get their crib, and things like that. So that's the plan there. The next thing I wanted to talk about is why I'm doing the Sims content that I am, and why I'm not doing like some of the more popular challenges and it's only $80. Ouch, that's not good. And the answer to that is because the things that interest me, I don't know what that is. We'll see what that is. I think it's a downloaded food that I did. He'll have to get some sleep. And that's, I've tried to pick things that will really interest me, that will keep me going, so that I don't get bored of something. Like the I'm Surrounded by Idiots challenge, I don't really like because I try not to micromanage anymore. I used to be very micromanaging, but I try not to do that anymore. But so that one really doesn't appeal to me, as far as like I don't want to lose any Sims because something silly happens. And in The Sims 2, it's a more difficult game than The Sims 3 and The Sims 4, as far as like how far their needs go down, the AI about caring for their own needs. Now, you can get rewards that will help them out, but again, you can't do that for what you're not controlling. So that challenge doesn't appeal to me quite as much as, as you would think. And the like some of the challenges have a lot of rules, like there's one that's a Immortal Dynasty challenge. There's one that's the one going around is the Plant Sim content that was put into The Sims 4, and I really just don't find a lot of that interesting, so I want to kind of stick with things that I know I'll keep wanting to come back to. As you can see, I did fix the summer situation, so it will permanently be summer in the desert, as it should be. Now, I might put in one spring, maybe, if I feel like it. So yeah, that's where we are there. But yeah, I just want to stick with things that, interest me, and as much as I do love The Sims 2, it's in in some ways it's less... In some ways, it is a little more corruptible than The Sims 3 to me, only because there's, like, really basic things that you can't do or you corrupt your game. Like, there's some people, if you talk to them in downtown, your game is corrupt immediately. Just talking to them, like you're not even inviting them to live with you or anything. So, that kind of worries me. I don't, you know... But the thing is, like, The Sims 3 has just as many problems in some ways, except for the fact... Yeah, he's got to pay bills. Except for the fact that, with The Sims 3, for the most part, you can save your family. At any time, you can go in, manually save your family, and when you have a problem that might be game breaking in The Sims 3, you can still sometimes get into the save and make the save work to get them out. So, but with The Sims 2, once a thing corrupts, it doesn't corrupt sometimes at the house level to where you can manually move them out via the menu. It corrupts at the neighborhood level, and you can't just move them to a new neighborhood or even move a copy of them to new... Like, I can't take a copy of him from Strangetown and move it into Veronaville or Veronaville? That's not right. Pleasant View, Veronaville. Yeah, Pleasant View, Veronaville. I can't save the game that way. Because the game itself at that point is, there's no way to get them out sometimes. So, yeah. Now, if you have something, it's called I think it's Sim 2 PE or just Sim PE for The Sims 2. You can go into there and pull them out. So as long as the sim itself is not what's corrupt. Are you kidding me? We have to get up. I'm not even going to deal with that right now. So we have 3,000. That's not bad. I want to work on getting enough so that we can make sure that we have enough to actually build a room when, you know, they become kids. Okay, he needs to eat. So let's go ahead. Let's just serve some cheese. Just do large meat sandwiches. I don't remember which foods are foods that I've added in. I believe the sub sandwiches are, and I think they're... In The Sims 2, things... Well, in The Sims 3 so far, I guess, too. Things are based on meshes. That means that the mesh is what the game pulls for what the item looks like, and then you build on that to change that appearance. Now, so they probably built on this action here to make the sub sandwiches. So, yeah. So let's put that away, and he can pay for a while. We'll get that going. Now, he has to go through one more, realizing he's more pregnant, and then he'll go into the last stage, which is after that is when he'll give birth. So yeah, so we have that to look forward to. Right now I'm recording this the day before it goes up, I think. The day before it's due to go up, or 2 days before it's due to go up, because it might go up on Saturday. So I'm really going to try to get that schedule up. I'm really going to try to stick to it as much as possible. I do have to warn you, if I have the same job in November, December, and I'll probably say this again as it gets closer, if I have the same job, which, yeah, there will be no filming during those months. No recording during those months at all. So, yeah. I would like there to be, but it's not very likely, because we work a lot of hours to get things done. So, yeah. Let's go over here and get closer to him. Really not a lot to say about him, about Kale right now. We're probably going to put the crib out here so that he can sleep. Oh, he wants to, yeah, he gets a lot of that. So, I want to talk about an aspect of Sims 2 called memories. Now, these can either be good or bad. Green is good, red is bad. Because he's a knowledge sim, he actually enjoyed meeting the aliens, which is good because I think in some ways that's That's kind of why the knowledge sim is, like, okay, you have knowledge, romance, fortune, grilled cheese, pleasure, family. Let me see here. Can I? No, that's not going to help me. Basically, you have their aspiration, and depending on that aspiration, certain things they like, good memories, certain things they won't. And the knowledge sim really likes the supernatural, the aliens, the werewolves, the vampires. If they meet a vampire, they're going to want to become a vampire. Same thing with the leader of the pack wolf. They're going to want to become a werewolf. So they want to learn skills. They want to have things that build skills around them. So they're going to be the ones where you want to have a lot of skill building things. You want to keep them on building. My White Legacy challenge, she is a knowledge sim. However, I've not done very well with her. The reason being, there's a difference between them rolling something like, he wants to maximize his painting skill. Okay, great. Well, if he were in a job, that painting skill wouldn't matter to him as far as the job. So if you make him continuously do something that for the job to get the promotions, because that's his end goal. What is his end goal, by the way? Oh yeah, he wants to be mad scientist. That's not going to happen. He doesn't get a job. So yeah. I'm going to go ahead. Actually, he doesn't need to. He just needs to wash his hands, and he should be all right. But I'm trying to get as much done as possible so that when the baby does come, he has enough money. So, yeah. He's going to put them away, and then he'll go to bed. And, you have like your family sims who are going to get wants about having more children, teaching the toddlers their skills, things like that. Now his social needs to be worked on, so that's probably the first thing we'll do when he gets up in the morning. Because he has a decent amount of money to buy a crib, so that's the first thing we'll need to worry about. Then after that, we can worry about making the house a little bit more livable. So yeah, there are going to be days when 2 videos goes up, and I'm going to try to space it out so that, yeah. And this is why The Sims 2 in a lot of ways is harder than The Sims 2 and Sims 4. Is like, pregnant Sims just, their needs drop like rocks. And, yeah. Now, I believe he should be finding out he's on the next stage of pregnancy very soon. So, we'll deal with that. I don't think there's much else to say specifically about this save. I do want to try, what's his age? Okay, 25. I do want to try to have 4 children, because I do want to try for the best chance to get parents from all the replacements that I have. That's another mod. I don't like the look of the default alien face and everything, so yeah. And that's pretty much my story with... Now, is he going to realize that is that why he's getting up, or is he just getting up? Yeah, okay. So the next one of these things, he'll have the baby. So let's get some leftovers. And I think we'll get him settled in. And, yeah. And we'll end the part here. So, really, we haven't gotten much accomplished, which is very sad, but that's okay. He is happy, so that's good. He'll just chat with somebody randomly. And there'll be a lot more happening once we actually get some other Sims in the house. Now, as per the way my understanding of the rules go, Okay, we'll just talk about this while he makes his way over here. We're not allowed to move anyone in to help him out or anything like that, so yeah. Which means we're kind of stuck with the amount of money we've got. So I think I'm going to leave it here. And I hope you've enjoyed this. If you know of anyone who would like it, please share with them. If you liked it or have a suggestion, like a baby name, because right now I'm basically sticking with stars, and we should, branch out a little bit. So you have a baby name and you want to suggest it, please do. And yeah, so thank you for being with me on this. Hopefully we can stick this file out for a long time, because I don't know if this is going to turn into an actual legacy or not. But we'll see. If the save file survives, there's no reason not to. So yeah. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.